One time when I was in a blind in a tree, waiting motionless for a game to wander by, I dozed off and fell 10 feet to the ground, landing on my back. It was as if the impact had knocked every wisp of air from my lungs. And I lay there struggling to inhale, to exhale, to do anything. That's how I feel now, trying to remember how to breathe, unable to speak, totally stunned as the name bounces around the inside of my skull. Someone is gripping my arm, a boy from the scene, and I think maybe I started to fall and he caught me. This must be some mistake. This can't be happening. Prim was one slip of paper in thousands. Her chances of being chosen so remote that I don't even bother to worry about her. Hadn't I done everything? Taking the test to refuse to let her do the same. One sleep in thousands. The odds have been entirely in her favor, but it hadn't mattered. Somewhere far away, I can hear the crowd murmuring unhappily as they always do when a 12-year-old gets chosen, because no one thinks this is fair. And then I see her, the blood drained from her face, hands clenched in fists at her sides, walking with stiff small steps up toward the stage, passing me, and I see the back of her blouse has become untucked and hangs out over her skirt. It's this detail, that untucked blouse, forming the ducktail, that brings me back to myself. Prim! The strangled cry comes out of my throat, and my muscles begin to move again. Prim! I don't need to shout through the crowd. The other kids make way immediately, allowing me to stray past the stage. I reach her just as she was about to mount the steps. With one sweep of my arm, I push her behind me. I volunteer! I gasp. I volunteer as tribute! There's some confusion on the stage. District 12 hasn't had a volunteer in decades, and the protocol has become rusty. The rule is that once a tribute name has been pulled from the ball, another eligible boy, if the boy's name has been read, or girl, if the girl's name has been read, can step forward to take his or her place. In some districts in which winning the whipping is such a great honor, people are eager to risk their lives. The volunteering is complicated, but in District 12, where the word tribute is pretty much synonymous with the word corpse, volunteers are all but extinct. Lovely, says Effie Trinket, but I believe there's a small matter of introducing the reaping mood and then asking for volunteers, and if one does come forward, then we, She trails off, unsure herself. What does it matter, says the mayor. He's looking at me with a pained expression on his face. He doesn't know me really, but there is a faint recognition there. I'm the girl who brings strawberries. The girl whose daughter might have spoken on one occasion. The girl who 5 years ago stood huddled with her mother and sister, and he presented her, the eldest child, with the Medal of Valor, a medal for her father, vaporized in her mind. Does he remember that? What does it matter? He repeats gruffly. Better come forward. Prim is screaming hysterically behind me. She's wrapped her skinny arms around me like a vice. No, Katniss, no, you can't go. Prim, let go, I say harshly, because this is upsetting me and I don't want to cry. When the televised replay of the reaping tonight, everyone will make note of my tears, and I'll be marked as an easy target. A weakling. I'll give no one his satisfaction. Let go. I can feel someone pulling her from my back. I turn and see Gale lifted Prima off the ground, and she's thrashing his arms. Off you go, Katniss, he says in a voice he's fighting to keep steady, and then he carries Prima off toward my mother. I still myself and climb the steps. Well, bravo, gushes Effie Trinket. That's the spirit of the games. She's pleased to finally have a district with little action going on in it. What's your name? I swallow hard. Katniss Everdeen, I say. I bet my buttons that was your sister. Don't want her to steal your glory, do we? Come on, buddy, let's give a big round of applause to our newest tribute. Trills avid trinket. Today I will asking credit to the people of District 12. Not one person claps. Not even the ones holding Barry's lips. The ones who are usually beyond caring. Possibly because they know me from a hub, or knew my father, or have encountered a Prim who no one can help loving. So instead of acknowledging the applause, I stand there, unmoving, while they take part in the boldest form of dissent they can manage. Silence, which says, we do not agree, we do not condone. All of this is wrong. Then something unexpected happens. At least I don't expect it, because I don't think of District 12 as a place where it cares about me. But a shift had occurred since I stepped up to take Prim's place, and now it seems I have become someone precious. At first one, then another, then almost every member of the crowd touches the 3 middle fingers of the left hand to the lips and holds it up to me. It is an old and rarely used gesture of our district, occasionally seen at funerals. It means thanks, it means admiration, it means goodbye to someone you love. Now I'm truly in danger of crying, but fortunately, Haymitch chooses this time to come staggering across the stage to congratulate me. Look at her! Look at this one! He hollers, throwing an arm around my shoulders. He's surprisingly strong for such a rat. I like her! His breath reeks of liquor, and he's been a long time since he's bathed. Lots of... He can't think of the word for a while. Spunk, he says triumphantly. More than you! He releases Lee and starts for the onto the stage. More than you! He shouts, pointing directly into camera.